Aw, poor computer. Well, that's right, we are making a weather station. It's going to measure a few basic things, including humidity, temperature of surroundings, temperature that your body senses, and air pressure. We're going to need a few simple components, starting with the BMP 180 sensor. We'll also need a DHT11 sensor, an LCD screen, a 10k ohm potentiometer, a 10k ohm resistor, and of course, your breadboard and some wires. So let's begin. Let's begin with the first input, the DHT11 sensor. This measures humidity and temperature. We're going to connect the leftmost leg to 5 volts to power it up. The second leg will be connected to 2 parallel pins. It will connect to the 5 volt pin via the 10k ohm resistor and will connect to D6 at the same time. The third leg is not connected, hence the NC, and the fourth goes to ground. And that's it for our humidity sensor. Simple. Now on to our second input. This measures pressure and temperature. VCC is going to be left unconnected, and the ground pin will connect with ground. SCL will connect with A5, SDA with A4, and 3.3 with 3V3. Notice how the power source here isn't 5 volts. The result from both of these sensors needs to be displayed on an output. So let's figure out the wiring diagram for the screen. VSS will connect with ground and VDD with 5 volts. These are responsible for the power. The next pin, VO, will be connected to the middle of the potentiometer. This is responsible for the contrast of the screen. One end has to be connected to ground and the other to 5 volts. You may use a different kind of potentiometer, but wire it up the same way. Now for the rest of the pins, connect them as so. RS with A0, RW with ground, E with A1, D4 from the screen with D13, D5 from the screen with D2, D6 with D3, D7 with D4, A with 5 volts, and K with ground. I've also made a digital diagram of this for the next step, assembly. First, branch out the ground and the 5 volts. Then, get the screen ready. The wires for the screen can get messy and complicated, so be mindful of how you lay out the screen. I've decided to put mine on a box and spread out the wires. We'll start wiring from the right side. It is a bit long to do, but definitely worth it. So let's begin. VSS will connect with ground and VDD with 5 volts. Then, we'll take our potentiometer and place it in a clear part of the board. One end of this will connect with 5 volts, and the other end will connect with ground. Then, we'll take the V0 wire and plug that into the center. Next, RS will connect with A0 and RW with ground. And finally, E will connect with A1, and we're done for the right side of the screen. Now let's deal with the left. D4 from the screen will connect with D13, D5 from the screen will connect with D2, D6 from the screen will connect with D3, and D7 with D4. Finally, we'll connect in A with 5 volts and K with ground. These are responsible for the backlight. And we're done! Now onto the sensors. We can start with the humidity sensor. Plug it in and connect the rightmost leg to 5 volts. Then we're going to connect 2 pins in parallel to the second leg. There will be 5 volts connecting via the resistor, and on the same leg, feedback is going to be given to the Arduino via D6. The third leg will be left disconnected, and the fourth will go to ground. The last part of the circuit is our pressure sensor. Plug it into a spacious part of the breadboard. Connect the 3.3 pin into the 3v3 output on your Arduino. Then connect SDA with A4 and SCL with A5. And of course, ground with ground. And the hardware is ready! Yes! That took long, didn't it? Plug in your Arduino into your USB port. Open up the Monster Cave and find the Weather Station folder. Click Verify to compile it, and then click Upload to upload it. And our weather station is up and ready. You should now be able to see humidity, temperature, the temperature your body feels, and air pressure. So let's test this out. I'm going to place a heater next to our station. The temperature should increase by a couple of degrees from our initial 21 degrees. Yep, it's risen to 22 degrees. And then to 23 degrees, and so on. You can also alter the contrast of the screen using the potentiometer in case the display isn't clear enough. Just get it till it's just right. And there we have it, a basic weather station. Think about what else could be added to it. You never know. Until next time, guys. Monster out.